happy Saturday to you, and welcome to the Smackdown recap show. And what a recap it was last night. We had Smackdown last night from Portland, Oregon, and the Mode Center. But what everyone is talking about and what's on everyone's lips is the Smackdown main event, which was commercial free, I was happy about that. I was happy about that it was commercial free. But what I wasn't happy was the result of what happened last night. So I want to take this moment. I want to take this moment to display my displeasure of last night's SmackDown's main event, which, by the way, Cody Rhodes got 50.k dislikes on his video last night. That's a lot. That's a lot. You remember how the fans were showing their displeasure when Rhodes was feuding with Roman at WrestleMania and how the fans turned on Roman? Then they threatened his daughter. This was completely the opposite. The fans showed their displeasure over Cody. And those 50K dislikes that he got on his video, I'm sure that came from McIntyre fans. McIntyre again was screwed out of the title. Why? Why I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why Cody Rhodes is so special over McIntyre? What is the speciality? I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm trying to wrap my head around it, but I just don't get it. King, how's it going? Everybody hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button in the chat. Everybody smash that like button. The only way let's see. The only way I could do that was that if you had to do a little more work, then I would be happy with. But it, yeah, with it. But you have a good point. And I'm just saying that you could always just go to your friends and I Yeah, well, thank you for your comment. Thank you for your comment, BA. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on, folks. I can't really. But oh, hold on, let me just put on my glasses. Here we go. I would be happy with it, but you have a good point. I'm just saying that you can always just go to your friends and I can. Okay. BA X Men. BA X Men, thank you for your comment. So, getting back to SmackDown last night. Let's getting back to SmackDown. Um, I think McIntyre shouldn't should not have been screwed out of that title. And that's all I'm saying. Why is it? Why is it that the WWE is so lazy with their booking? Why are they lazy? Why are they lazy with their booking? I don't understand it. Make sure everybody that you are in the chat, you make sure that if you're going to join the chat, folks, make sure you make sure you hit that like button. But I want to know, I want to hear from you all. I want to hear from you all. What did you think of the last night's main event? What did you think of it? Because here's the thing. Here's my point. Here's my bullet point. Here's my main bullet point of this whole thing. If you wanted Rhodes, listen to me carefully. If you wanted Cody Rhodes to retain his title, then why didn't you have him win the 3 stages of hell? What you did made no sense in the booking. It made no sense. Now, if you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm not going to trample on your thought process. But my whole thing is that if you had McIntyre win the 3 stages of hell match and put the belt on McIntyre, wouldn't you want McIntyre to retain the title last night so he can march on to WrestleMania and that he could take on Randy Orton? Why does Cody Rhodes have to be in every WrestleMania? Why is that? Excuse me. Why does Rhodes have to be at every WrestleMania? Why? McIntyre is WrestleMania worthy. I just don't I don't get it. I don't get it, folks. I don't understand it. He don't need to be in every WrestleMania. McIntyre should have retained last night. He should have retained. It made no sense. The booking makes no sense. And again, here's the thing. The way you treat McIntyre, the way you treat McIntyre, the way you treat other people, it just doesn't make any sense. The way you treat LA Knight, the way you treated Gargano, the way you treated McIntyre, all of these people make no sense the way you treat them in the booking. It makes no sense. I'm always looking out for the little guy. I'm always looking out for the little guy. I'm telling you, I'm always looking out for the little guy. And what you're doing makes no sense. What you're doing makes no sense. Somebody help me understand what in the world is going on here. Help me. DAX Men King, somebody in the chat, somebody that's watching this, somebody that's listening to this. Help me understand it, because I don't get it. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why WWE had to do this to McIntyre. It made absolutely no sense.
Wait, he's lining up a crossroads? Is Drew lining?
So, during the match last night, we had two ref bumps, a Jacob Fatu interference. I thought it was just too much in the booking. I found it to be too much. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but I think that was just way too much soup in the cook pot. If you want me to be perfectly honest with you. So, I don't know about you all. I don't know how you all feel. I can't speak for wrestling. I want you all to hop on in and have, give me your opinion. I gave you mine. I think it's whack. And I think it's time for me to bring back an old hashtag that I used to use. Most of you know it, most of you don't. I use it all the time. What are you doing, WWE? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't think WWE knows what they're doing anymore. I'll say it before and I'll say it again. The booking was whack last night. It was whack. I want you all to sound off. So I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your thoughts. I want to get your thoughts on it. Did you all think that McIntyre was screwed at? Absolutely. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Vote. I want to. I want. I know most of you all are gonna say. I know a majority of you all watching this would say yes. 50 dislikes. 50K dislikes that Rhodes got last night on the video. But I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Okay, we got one vote. Somebody says 100% no. No, I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you all. I want to hear from you all. Vote. Was Drew screwed last night on SmackDown? Did you like the way the WWE gave Rhodes back the title? I don't like playing hot potato with titles. So everybody knows I don't like hot potatoes. I don't. I think it's wrong in the booking, but that's just my opinion. In my opinion only. I want to hear from you. I want to hear from you. Vote. I want you all to vote. I want your voices heard. I want your voices heard. Did you think McIntyre was screwed last night at SmackDown? I say yes. He didn't have a good title reign. He did not have a good title reign. He just didn't. And again, I go back to what I'm saying. I go back to what I'm saying. Why did you make him win the 3 stages of hell if you knew darn well that you were going to give Rhodes back the belt? Then Rhodes should have retained the title on that episode of SmackDown. And that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But I want to hear your opinion because your opinion matters. To me, it matters. All right, folks. Well, the poll is up there, and see what you all think. All right, let's talk about this for a second. WWE Tag Team #1 Contenders match. R-Truth and Damian Priest defeated the Motor City Machine Guns, Fraxium, the Wyatt Six, Los Garza. So R-Truth and Damian Priest are your #1 contenders for the tag team titles. So could we see that happen at WrestleMania? So far, the tag team belts have been left on the cutting room floor when it comes to WrestleMania. Gonna have to see what happens with the WWE. Gonna pull the needle on that or pull the trigger. Carmelo Hayes continues his United States Championship Open Challenge, and he won that last night. Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair defeated Kiana James and Julia. I thought the match was okay. The crowd, of course, was dead. Oba Femi destroyed Johnny Gargano, and that's another thing too. Why is WWE treating Johnny Gargano like trash? Why are they treating him like trash? I'm gonna say, and this is why I say that. I'm gonna give you my argument. I'm gonna give you my opinion. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa were NXT Tag Team Champions in NXT back in the black and gold brand. They had stellar matches. They had great rivalry. Even they went against each other. Great stuff on camera by NXT. Come up to the main roster. Tommaso Ciampa is gone. He went to AEW. And all that was left was Johnny Gargano and his wife, Candice LeRae. So what happened? They can't find anything in the booking. So what did they do? They made Johnny Gargano comatose every SmackDown. I mean, come on, that's disrespectful. Come on, guys. Johnny Wrestling should not be reduced to that. Why is that happening on SmackDown? That's all you got for Johnny Gargano is this comatose storyline? I mean, come on now. What is happening here? Am I the only dumb one in the room here, or what? Or must I think for everyone? You can't tell me that this is television, good TV. Johnny Gargano wrestled his heart out on NXT and had great matches. And you mean to tell me in the storyline booking you can't do anything for him? All you reduced him to is this comatose thing where he's lying on cases and he's being wheeled around? That's lame. That's so lame. That is some whack booking. What kind of thing is that's whack? You gotta be kidding me. Come on, guys. You gotta think outside the box here. What are we doing? Johnny Gargano deserves more than that. Then you have him in the middle of the ring to feast. You get feasted on by Obafemi. I I I can't, folks. I can't. I can't make this stuff up, even if I tried. So far, 75% of you said yes. No, Drew wasn't screwed last night. Okay. You don't think he was screwed. I think he was screwed. And he deserves more in the booking. That's just my argument. I want you all to come on, come down, and come all. And just tell me. And then another thing too is LA Knight. LA Knight is another person that's being screwed. And now you have Sami Zayn backstage losing his mind. Because again, you can't find anything for him in the booking either. Even though he was an Intercontinental Champion and he was, you know, again, you're disrespecting the person by making him have mental breakdowns and throwing temper tantrums. That's all you can find for him in the booking. That's it. I don't know, folks. It just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. These people that have been prominent on TV and been champions before and been on NXT and all these things and this is how you treat them? Like an LA Knight, like a Gargano from NXT. All of these men came from NXT, and you disrespect them by putting lazy whack booking. Because that's what I think of it. It's lazy. Was Drew McIntyre screwed last night on SmackDown? Make sure you all hit that like button. You all hit that like button and you subscribe and you share. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you like wrestling content, folks, and if you like interactions, if you like fandom, if you like those things, then you need to go to the Wrestling Experience. Go back and watch the archives. Go back and watch the encore presentations of all of my streams. Like the streams. Share out the streams. Subscribe. Be a part of my community. I greatly appreciate it. Can't do this without you. Can't do this without you. And here's one thing I know you all can really do without. I don't think we want to see a triple threat at WrestleMania. I don't want to see next week McIntyre come down because we all know that the WWE loves Cody Rhodes. Loves Cody Rhodes. My whole thing is that, listen, my whole thing is that Cody Rhodes does not need to be in every WrestleMania. Why is that? Why can't he be left off the card just this one year? Why does Cody Rhodes, listen to me carefully, why does Cody Rhodes need to be on every WrestleMania? Why is that? I would have loved to seen McIntyre and Raw and Orton at WrestleMania. That's WrestleMania worthy match. But according to WWE, maybe McIntyre is not WrestleMania worthy. Yes, he is. WWE's booking makes no sense. It makes no sense. I don't know, folks. Well, anyway, folks, that was your SmackDown last night, and that's what happened last night at SmackDown in Portland. We have a new champion in Cody Rhodes. Didn't think that was the necessary pull of the trigger. The WWE should have never done that. So far, you all have overwhelmingly said no, that McIntyre was not screwed last night on SmackDown. I thought he was. All right, folks, I'm going to get out of here. But thank you for voting on my poll. I greatly appreciate it. 75% of you said no, McIntyre was not screwed last night. And 25% of you said yes. All right, if you don't think that he was screwed I thought he was screwed. And I'm quite sure a lot of people on X would disagree with this poll. All right, folks. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for letting me rant on today. Make sure that you like I said, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and share out the streams, and like all my wrestling content. If you watch my wrestling content and watch the encores, make sure that you like the video. You like it. And enjoy the ride. All right, folks. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Don't forget, AEW will have their first pay-per-view offering of 2026, and that will happen next Saturday. Actually, next Sunday, March the 15th, as we get ready for AEW's Revolution. That's next Sunday, March the 15th. All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in today, and take care of yourself and each other. And I'll talk to you real soon.